Okay. This Tuesday coming, Burnie City Council meeting. Now, they're advertising on the radio for people to go. A couple of reasons for that. They want to convolute things. They want people to go and ask stupid nothing questions, which is no shortage of those. Now, when they make claims that they represent Burnie, you know they're not talking about you, right? How can they be talking about you when they've all made promissory affirmations to the state, which is the government, not the people that live in the state, not the people that generate the wealth, not the commonwealth, the government. Where's all this money going that they're getting? What sort of bullshit are they pulling on us? Oh, you better believe it. Okay, so pull up the periscope here. Down a bit. Oh yeah, she's a big dollar setup here, bruh. In view. Good enough for me, Bobby McGee. So, this is Burnie City Council. Look at the get up there where. It's all symbolic. Now, isn't that funny? They all say that the changes to the Constitution are just symbolic. They don't mean anything. If it's just symbolic and it doesn't mean anything, why do they feel the need to play fancy dress-ups? Okay? Some people here will get it. That guy there gets it. Ken Dorsey. Tony Brumby, she just looks like she's happy to be able to breathe in without needing instructions on how not to fall over. Here we have the provocateur, easily set off on anything as long as it's something that he doesn't agree with. He'll fight and argue till he's blue in the face whether he's right or wrong. Here we have Councillor Giovanna Simpson. Not a good person, people. How on earth she could hold two political jobs at the same time? Man, she would have been raking it in, eh? A local member for parliament and a councillor, member of council. She's not a local member of parliament anymore. That fell over on her. But she's not a well individual, parading people with gender dysphoria, transgender people and gay, homosexual, whatever you want to call it, lesbians around in a council meeting. Now, there's people too, and yeah, they're people, they need help. You see, like anything that's an illness, a mental illness, if you feed into it, you're validating their mental illness. So they won't do anything about it. Nobody does anything about it. It just becomes a bigger problem. Now, who do all these people work for? Don't be fooled into thinking this bloke's not still running shit. $17.3 million just been awarded to Burnie to spend on the CBD. This bloke pretty much owns everything. Stephen Cons was once Deputy Premier of the state, was caught shredding documents that were proof of him misappropriating taxpayers' money, federal funds, which is taxpayers' money, into his own private enterprises. Who else do we have here that the council serves? They don't serve you or me. They're serving his interests. They're serving Mr. Burnie himself. And there's another Mr. Burnie, this bloke. Now, some people will remember going back 10 years ago, more, when a bloke called Tim Bonifan told me. Let's see if we can find a picture of Tim Bonathan, shall we? Tim Bonathan. Pretty sure it's how you spell it. Tim Bonathan. Real estate. This guy. Right here. We'll get a nice big picture of him, shall we? Nah, desktop will do. Minimise that. Where have we got him? This bloke here. He was one of my customers when I had a panel beating shop. Started a real estate agent with a couple of blokes in Catley Street and in Alveston. B&H Real Estate, I'm pretty sure it was called. Now, he showed me a map. Yeah, we'll get rid of him. Of Wivenhoe, which is where this is, over 10 years ago, of where everything in Wivenhoe becomes a military base and part of an industrial military complex. All run by this bloke here, Dale Elphingston. Oh, looky here, what's Dale Elphingston building now? I told you this over 10 years ago, this was coming. Didn't I? Ha! I hate to be that told you so guy. I told you over 10 years ago that this was coming, and you all thought I was cuckoo. Who do they all work for, really? Gee, I wonder. I'm hinting at something there. Let's see it from a better angle, shall we? Mason. That's the meeting room where they have the public meetings, where they all look down on their big letter M. It's Freemasonry, guys. Come on, think about it. And what's this here? Do you want to know how much this is costing? That's the new courthouse they're building. Okay, that's the new courthouse they're building. Where was we? There. We'll go back there. $86.5 million for a courthouse. Right, $86.5 million for this here courthouse. Across the road from the police station. There's the ground they're digging up for it there. That's a hell of a courthouse. All of that is gone now. They're building a courthouse there. That's a hell of a courthouse. Now, Burnie safe space. How does this all fit into this? How does this fit into that? How? How does it fit into that? Well, these people, you see, these people right here, allow this shit to go on. They invite it, they pay for it, they help fund it. Burnie City Council are the city planners. They're the ones that give the go ahead or the nod or the nay, the yay or the nay as to whether things go ahead or not. And this is run by the Salvation Army. Salvation Army used to be a good charitable thing. Now they're a job network provider, and they're running a homeless shelter for the government. A homeless shelter that just seems to give unlimited charity. They're inviting people, trouble from all over the country. How many people are aware that they have a television commercial in Melbourne inviting people over here? Why? Why would they do that? Well, you see, it's all part and parcel of that. It's to justify that. And why do they need that? For future projections of crime. What crime? The crime that we're all going to be legislated into. Things that aren't a crime now are about to become a crime in the eyes of the beholder. An 86 point whatever $1 million courthouse. They're going to have holding cells, do you reckon? That's a hell of a building. You think about it, that's a hell of a building. It's bound to have a remand centre. Now, what else do I see happening with that block? I see the rest of that block eventually being turned into a prison of some sort. I definitely see an expanded remand centre going in, because the one in Launceston's outdated. It's not adequate anymore. I see a little dicky bird whispered in my ear while he was standing on my shoulder here that Burnie Tape Farm is to become a prison. Now, whether that eventuates, because there's other sites being planned for that, but hey, in Wivenhoe, why do you think the showgrounds aren't the showgrounds anymore? Yeah, she's the best setup in the world. Who cares? Whack. For this, they've already got an army barracks there. It's been there for years. Across the road from the showgrounds. This is behind the showgrounds, behind the cemetery. So the cemetery goes, the cemetery will be gone. Now, whether they move the bodies or just concrete over it, who knows? The houses will be gone. All the other businesses will be gone. To make way for this. So they've got Wivenhoe, and they've got the workshop over in Wynyard, and they've got William Adams. They've also got South Burnie. Are you starting to see the big picture here? They are running our town into the ground for a reason, and the CBD is going to become all digital, all digitised. Police station right across the road from the courthouse. Social credit scored. Carbon footprinted. Digital identification. Where anything you do, you'll be grabbed, thrown in the back of a van, frog marched into a courthouse, tried and sentenced on the spot. Kinda, like China. all ran through Oracle, Palantir. How's that going to come here, you say? What do you think Pauline Hanson's doing in America? What do you think she's doing, hanging around with the tech bros at Mar-a-Lago and Gina Reinhardt? What do you think the Labor government is setting up the pathway for? Do you still think they're enemies now? With this hate speech stuff. Is it an important thing? Yeah, but not really. It only has the validity that we give it. We can stop feeding that machine. We can just turn around and walk away from it. You don't need your guns. You don't need your guns to not kill. You see, it's funny, isn't it? They want to take our guns away. They've already got mine. Will I get it back? Probably not, but I'm just going to continue to be that squeaky wheel. I'm just going to keep going and keep going and keep going with it. Emails, letters. I'm going to start turning up to Parliament down in Hobart. Do I like politics? I despise politics. But I love people. I love our right to live in peace and harmony, unhindered, unmolested, uninterrupted, free, with our rights to privacy in our own home to live however we please, so long as we're not hurting anything or anyone else. My rights, your rights, even if we don't get along, even if I don't see eye to eye with you, who gives a shit? It's got nothing to do with it. I actually am a free speech absolutist, and I don't care if you upset me. If it upsets me, maybe I need to reevaluate my thinking. Maybe you upset me because you're a pig and you need to reevaluate your thinking, and you're not going to unless you hear it from somebody else. You have the right to be offended. You have the right to be offended. Let that sink in. You have the right to be offended. Otherwise, how else do you learn, grow, evolve emotionally, psychologically, mentally, academically? If you don't read books that are outside of your comfort zone, how do you expand on your literacy? When reading books, always have a dictionary. Always have a dictionary handy. Don't go to Google. Look it up in a dictionary. Why? It expands your mind and teaches you to think. And then if you want to know other words that mean that, grab your thesaurus. Look up the word and see all the other words that mean that. You become much more literate, much more of a cunning linguist, which is very useful in a court of law. Learning to think outside the box, to think for yourself, to put the dots together, is how you work all this out. But I did have some background information. Like I said, Tim Bonifan told me what was going on with Wivenhoe. Hello, Shazam. That was years ago. They were still having a show. The showgrounds were still at Wivenhoe then. This contract with the remote control tanks didn't exist then. What else has they got planned to build? Dale Elphingston? What are they going to end up doing down River Road? See, it's a perfect place to put a fence, isn't it? Down River Road. Keeps people out of the military base, doesn't it? And on the other side, you've got nothing but a big cliffside of Stowport Hill. And in front of it, nothing but ocean. It's a beautiful place for a military base. Sorry people, you're all going to lose your businesses and houses in Wivenhoe. Oh, some businesses might stay. Ones that serve the purpose of the military base. Unless you see the big picture, you're just going to keep asking, can I walk my dog without a lead at the dog park? That's the law. No, it's not. Just put your dog in a fucking lead. Save everyone the hassle. And remember, if you come to the council meetings, submit your questions at least by the Thursday before, because they need time to read through them, work out how they're going to answer them or whether they're going to answer them or not, and then they need to have their 1 hour workshop before the meeting to see how they're going to railroad the meeting to answer, not answer, take on notice, or word salad their little heart out. Christopher Lynch. Oh, we've got your best interest at heart. Fuck off, you grob. You should have left me alone. You should have left me alone. Come to my house and cause trouble. Me and the good Lord, we've got more coming than you can handle, I'm telling you now. No. There you go. Yeah, oh yeah, that map I was telling you about was actually at my old workshop on the bonnet of another customer's car, because I was looking to buy a property in Pearl Street. I was looking to buy a property in Pearl Street where there is now shipping containers. I lived there. It was a double block. It was industrial zoned, commercial zoned, and it had a workshop that was moved there that used to be out at Jackson Ford's. It was, I guess it would have been bought from Robbie G. Oh, the G's. Yeah, G, how about that? How do they fit into all this? Well, they've already got military contracts, don't they, with ambulances? Madar is part of the G group. So is Penguin Composites. They all run off government contracts. What's Julie G doing? Doing the financial audits for the Burnie City Council when they have government contracts that run through the Burnie City Council. That's a conflict of interest, isn't it? Anyway, I'll just leave you with that.